Right, in meantime, Karunya, we also have Varroc Engineering, which is going to be listing today. It's going to be making its debut. The subscription numbers were very strong. So what can we expect?
Well, that's what I was saying, because as opposed to how the IPOs in the recent times have seen, in terms of investors' interest, Varroc Engineering actually was one of the leading ones. It is, in fact, India's leading two-wheeler component maker. It's among one of the largest global manufacturers of lighting systems. So it is a strong company that comes with a decent amount of turnover, with a good client base as well. In fact, if you go by the FY17 numbers, they clocked in sales worth $1.5 billion. And among the key clients in the domestic markets, well, it's Bajaj, which continues to be their biggest client, followed by the likes of Royal Enfield. There's also Honda, which is a big client for Varroc Engineering. And globally, if you look at it, Tesla is one company and Yamaha is another, which they supply to. They've got presently 35 manufacturing facilities, presence in about 10 countries, and Europe is their key market, followed by the US and others. But a large chunk of their revenue, close to 60%, is what comes from the European markets. If you look at the IPO, they are planning to sell up to about 1.8 million shares, which are owned by the promoter. Omega TC is another investor which is which is planning to sell its stake and exit the company. About 6.9 million shares are held by Tata Capital, and 1.6 million shares held by Key Book Run. Is what Tata Capital holds, and they also plan to exit with this offer for sale. Among the key book runners are Kotak Mahindra Capital, Citigroup, CS Securities. So these are some important updates, important factors that are about Varroc Engineering. It's making its D-Street debut today, so all eyes will be on this new kid on the block. In fact, we had Tarang Jain, the MD of the company, who joined us earlier to discuss the future plans for the company. Let's listen in.
Not the only thing. I mean, we do possess all the technology when it comes to the EVs, to the lighting space, I mean, we are the pioneers when it comes to EV lighting, for example. And see, today, when it comes to LED lighting, okay, there are more players who can do LED lighting, but there are not many players who can do, LED lighting, the matrix LED lighting, or a matrix LED lighting with laser boosters, or OLED lighting, So I think the future, growth will actually kind of be, driven by, the level of technologies you kind of, this thing possess at the moment, because, that's something which the customer expects, that you have the whole gamut of technologies for the future. That's something, which we have, and something we're working on even more. See, now, I would say kind of club our business into largely two business, areas. One is a local business, which is, the India business, which is kind of more the 2- and 3-wheeler parts business, which is 90% of our revenues. We have about 16 products across 3 divisions where we're going to focus on going forward, and the second business is, of course, the global business of exterior lighting for passenger cars. So going forward, I think our focus will be, growth in largely these two, segments. One, the 2- and 3-wheeler parts business in India, and the other is our global lighting business. So the growth will be both organic and inorganic.
All right. Well, that's one stock that we're going to be watching out for post 10 a.m. today.